Another glorious day. Welcome to
Glorious.
Burner here on this wonderful Tuesday, the 7th in the month of May.
Glori, glorious.
Yeah.
Glori.
Glori. Hey, you know what? Today, potentially a pivotal day in the Calgary Flames franchise. Could be one of those days where you look back. Remember May 7th? Not really. Well, that was the day that the Flames won the draft lottery. And then the first kid, the Celebrini kid, he came in, and then they had all these other picks and all these draft. Yep. That was really the day that led to these 5 straight Stanley Cup wins.
I'd rather have James Taylor.
5 straight, Jesus!
5 in a row, dynasty.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Brother, who?
Hagen.
Next year.
Same
Number
birth
1.
year, but next year.
Donald Fagen?
Nope. James Hagen?
Fear either. Fair.
Isn't that Steely Dan? Anyway.
And you got to get McKenna the year after with either your pick or Vegas's, and away you go.
Still that far out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a later birthday too, I believe, because it's a 16-year-old season in the dub, and he must be a late birthday to go in 2026.
Wow.
Mega stud. And then what would 27 be? Is that the Mickey DuPont year?
Yeah, that's right.
There you are. Those 5 guys gets you 5 cups. Write it down.
And all you got to do is draft them. It's the draft.
You can even trip on the way up the stairs to the podium. You can still get the guy. It's not.
You're not even having to go to the draft anymore. You can just call the
They
pick
won't.
soon.
This is the last year they're actually going to go on the stage. It'll be Connie from a war room on a webcam next year.
Yeah. Murray's probably still got them on dial-up, but
either way,
right?
Very reliable, the dial-up.
Yeah.
Is it?
We need to get some Telus in there. Actually, it would be Telus in there. Now that I think about it, it'd be Telus in there.
Telus, they're good.
You're fine. They're all good. So what now, Pinder? I know you've kind of you've taken this by the horns. You have spearheaded this. What do we got today? Because it's a 4:30. So what do we give us the deets?
4:00. Join us on the Flames Nation YouTube as Ryan Pike and I will walk you through the draft lottery. We'll be joined by Stephen Ellis, Daily Faceoff's prospect and draft guru, to talk about what the top 10 looks like, and then we'll join the proceedings, see where the Flames select. It is not just first or ninth they could select. There are 5 different slots, 6 different slots they could pick in. So we'll walk you through all that, and then we will react to the actual draft slot when it's announced, and be joined by Ryan Pike as well. Mike Gold and Kent Wilson as well to react to that slot.
Would those be different permutations?
Yes, different outcomes of
the draft slotting with the math and the balls.
There's many lottery balls that have different numbers on them.
Yeah.
They will be drawn, 4 of them, and those 4 numbered combinations will be assigned to each team per the number percentage chance they have. And
there's multiple draws, right? It's not
2
just
draws.
one.
It used to be 3, now it's 2.
Oh, man.
So the first draw will be for first overall. The second draw will be for second overall. So the Flames actually could pick first, second, a very small chance of third, 9th, 10th, or 11th.
Rhett, are you getting all this?
No, I'm kind of not. I'm looking at the Utah's emblem. It's terrible.
Well, thank God Pinder and Gold and Pike.
We got the nerds on it. Don't worry,
guys. Got everybody on it.
Well, there's 4 different drafts. So the first time they pick the ball, it's for first overall.
It's 2 drafts.
Yeah, there's 2.
But they draw 4 different lottery balls to figure out who won draft 1. And then they'll draw 4 lottery balls again to see who wins draw number 2. And from there, we'll have our draft lottery order set. Unless draw number 2 is the same winner as draw number 1. Then they'll have to draw again. You can't win the lottery twice in the same lottery. Nerd alert!
Thank God we're on it.
Well, look, it's going to be there's a 90% chance you're not going to be thrilled with the outcome.
Crystal clear by
90%.
5 o'clock.
That's correct. They have a 5% chance of finishing first, Dean. But what would their chance of finishing second be? We'll tell you at 4:00 tonight.
And not a moment sooner, Dean.
You're right. I'm the dummy for not getting excited about it, but no, it's all gay. You know what? Like this is how you
understand what's happening.
It's fine. Yeah,
it's not for everyone.
You're very excited for it.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, you get a clearer view of what the summer holds tonight. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11. There's two very different ports of round one that those picks all fall in.
It's a pee running down your leg if it goes the right way.
Yeah, could be a little tinkle.
And then, like you said, 9, 10, 11. I mean, gosh.
9,
want that.
you're most likely to land. 10
Yeah.
would be one team behind you winning.
Yeah.
And then 11 would be two teams behind you winning, which would be very unlikely because
Very
those behind you have less than 5% chance of winning.
Very unlikely.
I don't
Yes.
want that.
Incredibly unlikely. What's been the biggest mover? Because I know when Winnipeg moved up to 2 to get line A, that was a big jump.
Philly for Nolan Patrick, remember that?
That was a big one.
That was outside the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Gosh.
feel like there's been some other big jumps with the Rangers were one of those. Was it Kako or Lafreniere? One of them, they jumped up a bunch or not?
I think the Lafreniere year, they were the team expected to.
One of
go
the
at
two, I
one.
think, was from further back.
Yeah. Kako's not really panned out for a 2 overall pick.
No,
as of yet.
it's he's not a non-NHLer, but he doesn't look like a star.
Yeah.
But what were you saying about Lafreniere a year ago?
But he also said
Big year.
COVID years where. I don't know.
Yeah, the another one that would support that is the Shane Wright, who's currently playing against the Wranglers after going second overall in Montreal. He didn't play a single game this draft season because he committed to the OHL, which said they would play and never ended up playing. And that probably didn't help Shane Wright, who was considered a consensus 1 pick and ended up going 2 after Slavkovsky.
Did he go 2?
Yeah. And then it was Logan Cooley at 3, if I'm correct. Shane Wright, Firebird.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee with the Kraken this year. That's about it, I think.
Interestingly, we're talking about kind of the COVID year and all the drafts and that, because we've talked, maybe some guys have slipped through the cracks here. And if your scouts made the right calls and if you felt the right way about certain things, because we've talked a lot about Wyatt Johnston, right?
What?
He's been Wyatt's been pretty good pick, pretty solid pick, all things considered. And he was selected in the 2021 draft in round number 1, right? But there were some questions there. You go back into the 2020 draft. That's when the Flames took Connor Zary. And that is also in that draft where the Boston Bruins selected Mason Lowry.
Been good.
How about Mason Lowry?
Mason Lowry looks like a star.
Yes, there was a thought that, hey, the Bruins really would be interested in Elias Lindholm. Maybe you could pull this kid and some other assets out. And anyone around Boston was like, no. They're not moving this kid for 3 months of Lindholm. No, sir.
Mason Lowry, 6'5", listed at 211. There's probably a little bit more there by now.
So,
58th overall. He was spent 2 years in the USHL with the Green Bay Gamblers.
The
Went
Gamblers.
to the Ohio State University for a couple of years. But I'm with you, Rhett. This guy seems to have the size, skill, ability, all of it, to be a very good NHL defenseman for a long time.
Hell of a shot last night, but you noticed him the series before. I didn't watch much Boston all year, but this guy against Toronto was.
Well, he was a healthy scratch in game 1 and 2, and then came in game 6, played 21 and a half minutes, game 7, just under 20 minutes. So yeah, as he came in and made his presence felt rather.
yeah, and they're scratching like Grzelcyk and Shattenkirk for this guy. They've been alternating. Like he is clearly supplanted, like Shattenkirk, sure, tail end of his career, but like Grzelcyk's a pretty decent defender.
Yeah.
They're good at the draft, those Bruins.
Carlo, big.
Are you good at the draft, or does it just happen sometimes?
Both. Yeah, even bad teams get lucky at the draft, but I just think of like, where did they get Marchand and where did they get Bergeron?
Those are decades apart.
That's a long time ago, but
okay. We could go more recently. John Beecher's a late pick. That's a big body that's helped them out. That, like, again, when you're picking 25 to 30 every year.
Well, let me throw this at you.
I'm not mad at you, Ryan. I'm just curious because
I think they're good at
Don't take it as a slight. I'm speaking in general. When you hear a low ride, oh my God, these guys know how to draft. When you hear Gaudreau for the Flame, holy shit, these guys know talent.
Yeah.
Mangiapane, look at these Flames. Look, the scouting staffs. Does every team not have those?
Yeah, it's just my point was sort of that consistently they've hit from further length. Like Pasternak in the mid-20s is another huge win. There's not a lot of teams.
Throw a win or a loss by other teams.
Well, yeah.
Because there's always that side too.
Yes. You will get credit for the name you say on stage, though. Like whether people in front of you made mistakes or not, did you pick the guy or didn't you?
What you'd want to know is go back to Boston. Let's see the paperwork. Where did you have Pasternak? Did you have him as a top 10 player? Did a guy did your 7th overall prospect fall to you in the 20s? Or was he just the next guy on your list? Now, to the point about drafting and are you good at it? Mason Lohrei looks like a potential star in the making.
Yeah.
The Calgary Flames, comparatively, selected Yan Kuznetsov 8 picks prior to Boston taking Lohrei.
Yeah, he looks like I can play in the American League.
Yeah. There's another guy, Jeremy Swayman, who has been very good for Boston. He was drafted in the 4th round in 2017.
What position?
That was in net.
Fourth round. Love it, Dean.
4th round, 2017. He was taken 2 picks after the Flames selected Adam Ruzicka.
Rooch.
So to that end, yes, some teams, they're able to find some value as the draft moves along, for sure.
Yeah, and then Matthew Poitras made this team out of camp. That's their 2nd rounder from 2 years ago. That's pick 54. Like they just consistently do a good job in ranges where it's tough to find players. Yes, Rhett, every team will have late picks. I think over the course of time, the Bruins would be on the better end, probably the top 10 in the league at this.
Yeah. It's probably where I don't want to talk about it. The Flame, no, never mind.
What was it?
It's this.
Well, we're a talk show. We talk.
Just, I don't know how you would qualify if you were to rank teams like Ryan says. I feel like Boston's probably a very good team. Right now, it's a lot about Dallas. You're hearing how great Dallas selects. We know Tampa Bay does very well. I wonder where the Flames, when other teams look at it, if you were to do like a batting average or whatever you want to call it, where the Flames would rank out of the 32 teams.
The Athletic just did this a few months ago, and based on a player becoming a superstar or a star or a good player, and based on where all your picks were, they actually rated out incredibly high based on essentially a couple draft classes. They had Adam Fox in the 3rd round, so again, they don't get to feel the victory there, but that's an incredible selection in round 3 because he's a superstar defenseman. He gets, Norris votes every single year. And they had Matthew Tkachuk at 6, and there was a couple other big superstar type picks, but those would sort of be the reason why they came in the top 5, I think it was, when the ranks were done. And that was like a 10 to 15 year period they judged.
Yeah.
But again, like you didn't get Fox, so some people will just say ignore it entirely. But the scout's job is to go find the best players.
Yeah, and I don't know. Does he? Because looking back, he called his shot at a certain point. I'm not going to Calgary. I'm not going to Carolina. I want to be a Ranger.
Yeah.
But when he was drafted, I don't think he had that kind of cachet.
No, he would. And to be fair, if there's 5D that are going to go in the top 10 likely this year, and a couple are college guys, those guys can't play that game. You can't be playing in a league you're too good for another 3-4 years. Because he was a late bloomer and became so good, that's a really outlier combination that you can get that close to free agency, but still not be like, this league I'm way too good for. I can't play in it again. And the Flames could have called the bluff and tried to make him play his 4th year, but the writing was on the wall. He wanted to be a Ranger.
And the only reason I say that is to say that he was available then, not necessarily because teams didn't draft him because he was going to be a Ranger. I don't think that kind of
correct. That had nothing to do with it. At that point, it was
I give credit to the Flames on that pick. Yeah, it's just at the very top, and it's not Todd Button's been the guy for a long time as the director of scouting.
Yeah,
I know that they moved some guys in and out as far as pro scouts, but I don't know what the outside view would be when other teams are on the draft floor and it's Calgary's time to pick.
Yeah.
Are they right? Is there some trepidation? Oh, these guys are good. They're going to sniff somebody here. Or is it more on the we can rest easy?
I just
would
don't
think
know
it's the middle.
how, like, these are probably conversations for summertime, but
It's summertime.
oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's 3 degrees and raining. It's obviously summer.
Yeah,
oh,
it's definitely
fellas,
summer.
it's gorgeous. Come
Windy.
down and visit me.
Fellas.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What
it's
are you doing?
it's I didn't want to say it. It's a miserable day here.
Yeah, you said glorious out of the gate, and I wanted to punch you in the face. Have you left your house today? It's miserable outside.
Well,
Bite your nose.
Fellas,
Mm.
come on, look at this. Look at this. It's
I've said it before, Rhett, and I'll say it again.
Well,
We can't all be so lucky as to be Buffalonians.
I believe I've invited you down numerous occasions. Anyway, I had a point, and you two interrupted.
Yeah,
me.
you said it's a summer conversation. Do you remember that, or are you going to save it for the summer?
Yeah, now I've forgotten everything.
I'd said
was
something
gonna
about
say, so
Todd
thank you
Button,
very much
longtime
for-
scout. The Flames, how are they viewed? Do other teams see them as a high IQ team? It's gone.
Well, and here's another like counterpoint. Like even the best teams still have horrific misses all the time. It's
Sure.
just so hard. Like Boston was the team that went 14, 15, 16 and went Senyshyn, Zaboral, and DeBrusque instead of like Connor and the
Gerard.
Shabbat.
Or
and,
Shabbat, yeah.
Like it
So-
was an
so how do
absolute
you
disaster. But their process might have been the exact same process that allowed them to arrive at Bergeron and Marchand and all these other guys later. Swayman. It's still an inexact science. There's not like this is the best. Like a lot of things have to go right for these people to become elite NHLers.
That was what I was trying to ask, I guess, was if someone's got a full formula that's so damn good, why isn't everyone just copy it?
Yeah, because there isn't one. That's exactly
What if
this
we
is
push? What if we push the draft age back a year?
You get better at it, but you'd also lose. These
I
great rookie
disagree.
years.
I think the kids are getting better and younger. It came out the other day. Frickin', it's 2 years younger than when COVID started, the average age in the league or something. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think the kids are more ready, but there would be less swings and misses. To Dean's point.
I
Yeah.
disagree. I think the swings
Really?
and misses are. You're going to have kids. What's Pierre-Luc Dubois?
Yes,
Dubois is a perfect example. It has nothing to do with his ability.
So you don't think if you had an extra calendar year
You
for
would.
kids to develop, there'd be fewer misses?
you probably? I mean,
Like Shane Wright's the perfect
Yeah.
example. You watch another
Shane
series in
Wright
there,
was-
he doesn't go top 5.
okay, sure. I won't I'm not going to
Yeah.
draw a hard line.
No way
I
to
still
know.
think you're going to have swings and misses.
You
though.
will for sure. Yeah,
Yep.
I just wonder
Yeah,
if
It's
there
not
would be.
eliminating.
You might lose 5-10% of them, or maybe as much as a quarter, but you're still going to swing and miss because you're projecting men as 25-year-olds. Like,
Yeah.
good luck doing that. But you'd miss out on Bedard's year. You'd miss out on, like they're good enough to play. To Rhett's point, you would really be, cutting your nose off to spite your face. What is it? Something like that.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
No. Plus, the agents would lose their shit
I mean, you brought it up. The WHL drafts this year for 2009 age kids.
tomorrow.
OHL?
Another year.
Another year.
Yeah, that would be actually the real interesting.
Makes
one.
more
Are there
sense.
less misses in the O?
Oh, for sure.
'Cause it's a year later?
It's just what you said. It's the same
Yeah.
thing, and probably more important.
Probably more important.
Yeah, I'd agree. Because you at 14, there's a lot of kids that haven't even started growing yet.
Well, you've got kids
15
that have
at least
hit
more
puberty and kids
people.
that haven't.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, it's hard hitting stuff.
It's hard. And you know what? There's always going to be those guys that slip through, like somebody that's an undrafted guy,
Late bloomers, sure.
26 years old, 6'5", 220 pounds, Justin Brazeau of the Boston Bruins. How about this kid?
Pick them up.
Scored 5 goals and 7 points in 19 games prior to getting injured in early April. Came back for Game 5 against the Leafs, but this was not a process. I mean, he's a big guy, had big points in junior, 61 goals in his last year as an overager in North Bay. Signed, all he could get was an AHL deal with the Leafs during the COVID seasons. Left after that, joined Boston, played in the ECHL in 21-22. Couple years in Providence, and starting to come on now at 25, 26 years of age. The beautiful goal last night, 10 shot attempts, 6 scoring chances against Toronto in Game 7, assisted on the tying goal for Hampus Lindholm, 26 years old, and looks like a force. That's another part of these teams. Can you find some of these guys? He's kind of available, probably would have signed a a deal with just about anybody at any given time.
Yeah, and the Flames have had a bunch of those. Like Giordano's a great find. You remember Garnet Hathaway had a two-way ECHL AHL deal at one point after they signed him out of Brown. Every team's got a few of them, and the piece that we're missing, if we're just going to talk about the draft and outcomes in the NHL, is what's your developmental system like? How does your affiliate run? How ingrained is your AHL team with your NHL philosophy? How much access do the AHL guys have to your NHL experts at what they do? Boston's good at that.
Seems like it. Anyway, I was a little surprised to see the outcome of that game last night.
They finished 1 point apart in the regular season? But yeah, everyone likes Florida, right?
7 2 days before, get down to Florida and have to jump back in.
Have you been in that situation? Because they were saying it's like 4 or 5 in a row now where it's rested team against coming off 7, and the rest of the teams lost almost all of them.
Off the top of my head, I don't recall.
So we got another tonight, right? Colorado's been rested as hell.
Well, I mean, you might say game 7 against, I don't remember the dates, but we beat Vancouver in 03-04 and then had to go to Detroit and won game 1.
Yeah. Rest versus rust, as they say. But no, it was because I had some stuff to do, and I came back, and the Bruins had scored those 3 goals, 3 and 6:47 in the second period. So, okay, this is interesting. And you know, I credit to Jim Montgomery, and I wonder sometimes about coaches. They get to the third period, it's a 3-1 game. Shots are 11-1 to start the third period for the Florida Panthers. Jim Montgomery says, "Boys, time out. Just, hey, settle it. We can't just sit back. We got to where let's go. Get back on their horse. Let's get after it again." And sure as anything, what was it? A minute 25 later, they get the goal to go up by 3. And I wonder sometimes you can feel those momentum shifts, and you wonder in a 3-1 game, why would you do 3-2 becomes 3-3 in a friggin' hurry? You know, so often when you get that one goal, it can be such a tide turner. So I not to say it looks like this in hindsight, but I wasn't stunned because it just felt like the Panthers are coming on here.
Oh, they owned them.
And your game 7, they got more legs right now in the third period. You gotta dig in here. I thought obviously it was a great move.
Well, it's gutsy too, because you know he's going to get crucified if it's a 1-goal game and he doesn't have a timeout to use in the last 2 minutes after an icing, right? Yeah. Like that's the other side. It wasn't an easy decision because you do try to save those, but he felt it was the right time, and in hindsight, looks good.
Plus a challenge, right? You need to have your timeout to challenge a call, I believe. Is that how that goes?
Yeah, that's a good call.
If you miss it, you got it. Anyway, well done, Boston Bruins.
I think Florida, this helps us for getting a good series here.
Sure does.
That's 5 in a row against the Panthers to this year as well, I believe.
That's right.
And was it Frank saying it yesterday? Said unfinished business was kind of the vibes around the season series. Meant a lot more to Boston than Florida. Revenge for last year's 3-1 collapse.
Is your kid worried about it because he's waiting until the Cup final to go watch the Panthers play? Has he got any?
No, he's final. He wants to go to New York, Florida, New York, Florida.
Right.
Originally Stanley Cup final, but now, we'll bounce back and forth.
Backing off just a little bit.
Up and down the East Coast.
Yeah.
Backing off just
I think he is, and I would be too. I like Boston looked pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Swayman is real good.
He looks real
comfy.
He's been the best goalie in the playoffs by goals saved above expected, and it's not close.
Made that one pad save early in the first period to kind of help them catch their breath, or at least get through, cycle some shifts, get some guys on the ice, get them going. But there was that, and again, there was that one clip in the highlight, and it was a great shot. They did scramble in front of the net. Where is the puck? No one knows where it is. Swayman's got it. He's got it in his blocker hand. He just kind of throws it and looks at his defenseman who's in there. He just kind of laughs and he's chuckling. He's just fine. Seems to be just fine in all of this. And Bieksa was talking about it afterwards. What do you do for game 2? Because here you go. You've got high emotion. You've got Toronto doing what they did. You win game 7. You then come in here. You're still adrenaline filled. You're not tired yet. Game 2, 3, 4, someone in maybe that's when your fatigue starts to hit. It would seem hard right now to pull him out of the net, but would you give any thought to putting Allmark in and saying you played game 6, game 7, bang, 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 you're playing great. We've already got a split, worst case, on the road.
Not a effing chance.
All right.
The only stock I'd put into it is you'd have to know more than we do, which is to suggest like he's sore and he's played a lot. If we buy him another 3 days.
How many games did he play all year? They split games.
They alternated games the whole way through, right till game 4 of last round was the first time they didn't alternate in like months. So the thought being that this is the heaviest workload he's faced in a long time. Maybe he's fine. And if he is, you roll him. If there's any sort of like, looks like there's some fatigue here. Obviously not with the results on the ice because he's been unreal, but like if he's like, my groin is sore.
I don't give a shit either. Do what you want. This guy's not up at 89 games for the season. And like, what are we talking about?
No, and again, it could be nothing. You just wonder because like Ryan says, because it's been that pattern where you're not totally accustomed to playing every second day during the regular season. Because it'd be if you took him out and then you lose in game 2 with an Allmark, and then you got to come back and say you lose game 3. Ooh, you're not getting credit for that timeout in game 1.
I don't think they care though. I think they deep down Montgomery does trust both guys, and he's rolling with Swayman because how don't you? But I don't think just even calling that timeout last night just speaks to I don't give a shit what you people think. I'll just thank you very much.
I've got the feel of my guys.
Yeah.
So
I know what my room needs.
About how good they are. Like this is nice to roll between these two guys. That last year's Vezina winner, Dean, and then the hottest goalie in the league. You can pick between those two. And you're
38 saves for Swayman. 8th goalie in NHL history to allow 2 goals or fewer in each of his 7 starts in a single postseason.
If he's good, he's got to go.
He's feeling it. Yeah, he's feeling it. Now, can you be a Cinderella when you were as high up in the standings as the Bruins were? Don't know if you can, right? What a Cinderella run for this
135 points
win team.
135 points last year, NHL record.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, Cinderella?
You
I
love
will say
seeing
this.
these
I didn't think
underdogs.
they could do it with their lack of centers. Lack of high-end centers. It's a lot of Zaka and Coyle and
doesn't make him a Cinderella.
No, I agree. And it's kind of like last year with the way you talk about Florida. It's like they won the President's Trophy the year before. Like it isn't out of nowhere, even if they were a wild card.
Florida they had one more point in the regular season. 36 regulation wins compared to the 42 of Florida. So definitely the underdog in this series. Just house money now. House money.
Those this summer, that's crazy. Like they're going to get.
I think that sucks for us.
For Connie and Markstrom potentially. Yeah. There's more than one team that'll need a goalie, but yeah, you'd love to be in the driver's seat. You might not be with Allmark. Maybe you'd prefer Allmark with age. He's only 1 year away from UFA, but if you're trading for him, you probably have designs on locking him up.
Could you gotten Swayman when you got Vladar, do you suppose?
No. I don't believe so. I think the reason you got Vladar is because that was the guy Boston wanted to get rid of. And it was the third round.
You brought it up the other day how Boston's been great forever. Well, they've cycled through superstar talented goaltenders.
Thomas to Rask, Allmark, Swayman.
Another team that seems to have done that fairly quickly, the New York of Ranger.
Yeah. Lundqvist
to
Shesterkin. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. They had Georgie 5 in there too. Remember it was Georgie 5 and Tony D'Angelo? Did Georgie 5 punch D'Angelo or did D'Angelo punch Georgie 5?
Cam Talbot was a backup in there too.
I forget how that worked.
Everyone was punching Tony, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I can call Tony. I got his number.
I think Tony told Georgie, hey, mix in a save, dude. And Georgie said, I'm giving you one of these, bucko.
Bucko.
That's right.
Hey, pal.
What was the word we were using a couple weeks ago? Was it bucko? Yeah. Thought it was.
And I'd forgotten you said it, which is wonderful.
So good. Those are sort of kind of our opening statements for the program today. A presentation of McLeod Law. Shane King, partner in the litigation and dispute resolution group, specializing in areas like employee rights. When you've been laid off or terminated, it can be hard. Shane will go through your situation. Make sure you've been treated fairly, as the law requires, using a practical approach, plain language, not legal jargon. Good Calgary people helping good Calgary people. Learn more, McLeod-Law.com. Whatever your challenge is, business or personal, they are in it with you. I tend to agree. I think that they had made their decision. We have 2 goaltenders. Let's trade one of them. We'll keep Swayman.
It's contractually, it makes more sense.
Yeah, and I've never really gone back to see how their numbers compared in the year or 2 prior.
Both good AHL numbers.
Same age-ish, are they not? I'm not even sure. Just kind of talking out in the hoop right now. But the Sway Dog looking real good. Sugar. We've seen Sugar out there getting some ice time.
A little bit.
Like these Bruins. Like these Bruins.
I don't.
Tonight.
I want the Panthers to win. Come on.
I picked the Panthers to win. I sure did.
We all did.
Yeah.
Right. That was a consensus pick.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. But like I said,
One game, right? We all big after game 1, too.
It's hard not to get behind a Cinderella. One of these Cinderella runs. You just kind of get you get all excited for it.
Out of nowhere. Here come the Bruins.
You had a playoff spot since February. Unbelievable.
It is the last 2 President's Trophy winners.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, best regular season ever last year.
Yeah, and then the year before
right out of nowhere,
it was flying.
Yeah, that's right. Wendy's. Oh, Wendy, how we love you. It takes hard work and determination to bring home the cup. Luckily, all you need to do with Wendy's rewards is eat. That's all you need to do. Download the Wendy's app. Place your favorite order. You'll be well on your road to victory. And by victory, we mean free food, obviously. And when you're racking up reward points and eating your way through the menu, you'll also find plenty of deals along the way to keep morale high. So what are you waiting for? Go get it. Download the Wendy's app today and start earning on every order. It's one of those things that you talk about getting it into your. So I'm going to go to I'm going to go get some Wendy's. What do we get? Use your app. Because then you get the points and then it pays off. It's kind of those things we don't think about yet. We're old. We're old and stupid for the most part. Well, what do I need to use the app for? I'm going to the drive-thru. Have a seat, idiot. Just sit down and let me tell you how this works. Do you like free stuff? Then use the app. Bucko.
Is it the medulla oblongata?
The medulla oblongata. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You ready for a little tip of the old cap? You want to do it? We've all got caps on. We can do an old tip of the old cap to Econo Liquors in Okotoks.
Come on.
Econo Liquor in Okotoks are one of our buddies. Our buddy Jason down in Okotoks said he walked into his Econo Liquor in Okotoks, said, "Hey, you know what? You should get in some Barn Burner Blonde. You should bring in some Origin Brewing here into Okotoks. They're in Strathmore. Guys, listen to the podcast. They've got their own beer, the Barn Burner Blonde. I would buy it if you brought it in, and I'm sure other people would be too." So Mr. Econo Liquor in Okotoks said, "All right, done." There it is. On your shelf, Econo Liquor, Okotoks. A tip of the old cap, and maybe even one of these for you. Maybe even one of those for you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's not really a Barn Burner Blonde day today, but hey, is there ever such a thing as a non-barn? It's
not for me, Dean.
Not for you. That's right.
Not with a positive attitude and some stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah. And hey, you know what, Jason? Good on you, sir.
Huh?
We need more like you. If you're one of those people, you say, "Hey, how do we find it? Where do we get it? What do we got to do to get it?" You know what you got to do? Go into your local liquor store, watering hole.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. And say, "Hey, you know what? You should get this in because I love it. Other people are going to love it too. I'd buy it if you brought it in." And then big goofy Mark from Origin,
yeah,
he'll bring that stuff in for you. He'll get it in there. and then it'll be just flying off the shelves. Just like
you
that.
know, if you brought in a keg of that Triple B, I'd drink it.
Yeah, if you brought it in,
I'll drink a whole
I'd
keg.
sit right here.
Give me a week or two, but I'll get through it.
I'd drink that some bitch dry. I wonder how they're doing out in Strathmore. It's a lot of moisture all of a sudden.
I checked in this morning.
Did
because
you?
I thought someone would like the weather. There had to be one person on Earth. So to try to lift the spirits, I texted in. Bleeping glorious, my friend. Great start for the pastures for our cowboys that have had a tough time with grass to feed their cows. Also a great start for the grain farmers planting seeds into wet soil for the first time in a few years. Very excited. Bleeping glorious.
Glorious as well.
3 degrees, windy as hell, cold as shit. Bleeping glorious.
Glorious all around. Glorious.
G-L-O-R-I, yay.
Glorious.
ChatGPT says Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Tampa Bay. Oh, and the Devils, all very good at drafting.
Yeah, but ChatGPT is probably not adjusting for picking in the top 5 because all those teams picked very high.
Look at this.
I'm fighting with
earmuffs for you, Pinder.
Yeah.
So this guy now thinks he's smarter than AI, is what he's telling us. So we don't need AI, Dean. We have Pinder. Just,
you know what? Here's what I think it is. I don't even think he thought about it before he just wanted to argue with you.
Mm-hmm. So he's arguing with AI.
Yeah.
He's telling AI how the business works.
Yeah, I think it just could have been
world. Yeah,
I think it's warmer when the sun's out.
So
where are you in relation to the equator? What's
I don't understand
humidity?
What all these high tech dorks are doing, spending all this money on AI. We
got this guy. Other way, yeah. Over there.
Put your gajillions right there,
Mhm.
right there.
Pinder AI. That'd be a good one.
Remember when AI started and they'd have like dudes with 8 fingers? That's might be where they're at for their draft reconnaissance.
Speaking of which, and I've meant to get the thing, but I think it'll get taken off the YouTube. Speaking of AI, have you heard the new Randy Travis song, Rhett? Randy Travis.
If it's AI, it's fine.
One of the most successful country music artists of the last
and a miserable bastard.
Yeah, he's a bad drunk for sure. But I think in his older age, he's kind of, now here's the thing. He had a stroke in 2013. And with that, his ability to sing and speech and that sort of thing. But has a new song out on Friday. New song was released. And it's tremendous. Sounds great. It's AI. They had some musician sing the song, and then they went back and used Randy Travis songs from his entire career. And over time, they sampled and moved things around, and they went in and manually changed some different things. But if you listen to the song, it sounds like Randy Travis in his prime has just released a new song in 2024.
I've said it.
Unbelievable.
This AI started, and I'm excited to hear the Randy Travis AI. Eventually, you're going to turn on a hockey game or a sporting event, and you're going to choose your broadcaster.
Yeah, you can have prime Bob Cole, or you could go with Danny Gallivan.
Yeah,
with the old,
whatever you
why
want.
not?
100%.
Yeah,
we have no idea how deep it's going to go.
It's going to be awesome.
We can say
everything. We won't even. I'm not even here working. God. Like this is how you guys don't even realize it.
Yeah, we could like check a box and be like hungover Pinder, grumpy Rhett, angry Boom, and then just press send and the show goes.
Yeah,
not hard.
But there's some videos online of today's and just not just today's, but a lot of other country music artists sitting with Randy, listening to this new song. I mean, for his kids, right? They haven't heard him, right? He has been not incapacitated, but he has not been able to really communicate fully with family or friends or anybody for a long time. And then this new song comes out, and it's called Where That Came From, and it's just came out. And I don't know who actually sang it.
AI.
Obviously some, whatever, but It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That is crazy. Who is this person?
If the show gets
Shivers.
taken down, Dean, we'll be mad at you for that.
Ah, Jack. I miss that sort of shit from the old show, where we would just start talking about, I was right hammered in my cutlass
We
in
should tell those people that
91. It was unbelievable.
partner up with us. We should just tell them to pay for the bill for the music stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't we just...
Free promotion, courtesy Barn Burner.
Yeah. The Travis.
This is the big
Foundation.
deal, though, because AI can recreate all this. You don't need singers. It literally will just, how does a guy sound? Make it sound like that. Away we go. But the record labels don't like this, and they've lawyered up heavily against anyone trying to release sounds like artist music. It's the lawyers are always going to win, Rhett.
I don't believe so. I think AI will
absolutely.
outsmart the lawyers.
Okay. I mean, eventually. I don't know that. Yeah.
Smart
I think eventually,
contracts.
absolutely.
And I'm not against the artists making some money. Good.
Sure. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. It's when they're not making money. That's when
AI
lawyers
doesn't
get
need to
involved.
make the money. AI doesn't need it.
AI doesn't need anything.
It's happy to just contribute.
It's like close to AI. Emotionless, cold, dark.
Friendly.
It also predicted the end of the world, I heard the other day. So
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
How much time we got?
more than you and I have to worry about.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Plenty.
All right.
Sounds all right then. Start spending.
Yeah,
Go,
done.
go put another offer in for the Blades, right? Hey?
Yeah. What's up? So when's that game?
Tonight.
Tonight. Are we going?
I was thinking they were going to stop. Wow.
Best of 9?
Moose Jaw was good. If they win, I'm going to the next round. Going to the next round
first, folks.
Head up to what? Prince George or
No,
Portland?
Portland beat PG last night.
Did they?
6 games.
Wow. Well, that's exciting.
You wouldn't want to go to Portland. You'd be ridiculed by your coworkers for choosing Portland as a destination to go visit.
I could go with Portland. I'd take the big human with me.
Assholes. Like lambasted for going to Portland to go see some concerts. Like that's a crazy thing to do.
Wow.
I think it was a different time. I believe there was a budding romance.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah,
taking place. You would have followed her anywhere.
Oh, Portland's a good city.
I'm going to North Battleford.
No, see, that would be
watch the Johnner brothers. Oh, are you really, Pinder? Okay, well, that's pretty good. Oh, what are you talking about? North Battleford's a great spot.
I would debate you on it, but I would be wrong.
Yeah. Now, how many years ago was that, Ryan?
My kids are 8, so that was 9 years ago.
Do the math.
8.5. So I mean,
it's good. You always have that measuring stick. How old are my kids? Okay, well, 9 minutes before that.
Yeah. Coming up on 10 years. Yeah. I believe we would have met at the Jack Singer.
Yep.
In August 10 years ago. Changed a lot.
You're not one to mess around.
I mean,
let's go.
Full speed ahead.
Yep, that's you. Hi, nice to meet you. Would you like to stand in the Bow River with nothing on?
That was actually Fish Creek Park.
A what? Oh,
and it was her idea.
Thank you, Jack. I heard that. It's okay.
Yeah,
let's do the Pinder Report presentation of Village Honda. The Accord, redesigned last year in 2023, chosen by Car and Driver magazine as the #1 mid-sized sedan. One of the most reliable vehicles on the road, is better than ever. Superior ride quality, reliability, and the fuel economy thanks to the EXL hybrid is extremely impressive. You can take one for a rip and check out the entire Honda line at Village Honda, your dealership for life, in the Northwest Auto Mall. And Village presents the Pinder Report.
Hey, lottery. Let's get some of that Alberta ping pong ball luck. Let's go. Flames coming to tonight's draft lottery We'll find out where they select in round 1 of this year's draft, which will take place in Vegas at the end of June. Throw those odds back up there, Jacko. It is a 5% chance for first overall for the Calgary Flames, but a 5.2% chance of second overall as well, Dean. So a more than 10% chance, which is a non-zero number, of picking in the top 2, which would be wonderful. Third, incredibly low. We're not going to put much stock in that, 0.2%. And the very likely outcome is that they will indeed select 9th, being the 9th from the bottom team in the NHL's regular season turn page. There's also a chance they slide back to 10th and a very small chance that they drop to 11th, 2 back.
So how do you feel about that? I know in recent years you've criticized goaltending, workloads, and different things down the stretch of a regular season.
Yeah, Louis Domingue was right there to play for the Flames and lose some meaningless games. But while the playoffs were already on, Daryl kept going back to Jacob Markstrom in a lost year.
So how do you feel this year? Right, because we heard plenty about that. That was still kind of in the backpack. Louis Domingue was right at the
Thank you
there.
for find that. I'd lost that in my backpack for a while. They did a pretty good job. When you look at their record in mid-Feb, a point out of the playoffs to where they ended. Now, that said, a couple key losses down the stretch really you could have flirted with top 6, 7, 8.
I mean, deadline on. They did a heck of a job.
They really did. Yeah.
I think it's going to be great. I think they're going to draft 9th or 10th. And if they were higher, they would have to have some internal turmoil on taking Iginla. But at 9 or 10,
he's there. Now, the challenge would be if he goes at 8 and you're like, oh, damn, it was that one game you had to win, right? But we'll see how it plays out. And what's interesting about this draft class, as noted by Bob McKenzie yesterday, who dropped his top 15 prospects, Tej 10, by the way, is that there's almost no consensus after Celebrini at 1. I'll read you the quote from McKenzie's article. As one scout put it, Celebrini is going number 1, but the next 5 or 6 teams might all get the number 2 prospect on their respective lists. There's that much varied opinion on the top prospects after Celebrini. The lack of clear consensus beyond Celebrini from 2 through 10 and beyond would be unprecedented. This is Bob McKenzie talking. I've been doing draft rankings like this for more than 35 years. I don't recall a year where the top 10 is such a hodgepodge of opinion. And this is what we've been saying for months. Salayev might go at 2. He might be available at 10. There is no consensus 2 to 10.
Well, could you show us who these people are?
We'll get there.
Oh, we've got till the end of June, and you can tune into tonight's draft lottery show. But 5 defensemen expected to go. Celebrini's the hard one.
Why can't you? What do you mean you can't?
I'm at lacrosse, brother.
Oh, brother.
Lacrosse.
Bucko. Field or indoor?
We'll
what
have
are we doing? Outside? Who's doing lacrosse?
Billy Bob.
Billy.
Full shuttle service going on.
Is he good at it? Is he whipping it around?
Never
No,
played.
he's terrible at it?
Never played, but he's on a team.
It's a tough sport when you're just getting her going.
Well, and then it's like just when you might be feeling good about it, you catch that ball to your shin, and it's like, oh God, what do I do? What are we doing here?
Yeah. My experience with the learning of lacrosse is just someone throws it, you miss it, you run after the ball and scoop it, and then you throw it, and they miss it and run after it and pick it up, and then they throw it and you miss it, and it's a lot of that.
Probably younger,
maybe.
But regardless, I'm not overly hopeful. But the nice thing about it here is that you can just sign up, or not even sign up. 2 dads decided, we're gonna have a lacrosse team.
Yeah,
they got a lacrosse team. Let's go,
America, baby.
Well, especially outside, it's not like you're booking, booking rinks or anything.
Yeah, you playing field, not box. Is that what I'm hearing?
Lacrosse,
right?
You don't even know.
Lacrosse, right?
Starts tonight. We'll ask tomorrow. Well, you'll have
cleats or runners. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
bring both.
Oh yeah.
We'll have. It is interesting that in theory you could get your second or third best player at selection 9 tonight at the draft, and we'll find out tonight where they pick, including a latest and greatest top 10 from Stephen Ellis post under 18s, where a lot of these prospects were.
Is Stephen Ellis a big, massive human?
No.
Like tall?
No, he's not.
No, you could put him in your ashtray. The other thing is, too, it depends on, because of how there's a lot of D, but there's also some centers. There's the Yzerman kid has
from the
fallen.
development program.
Just reading, because I did. I went through the Bob stuff this morning just to kind of take a look at it.
Good finisher.
So,
and Berkeley Catton's an interesting one from the Western League.
Medicine Hat.
If you see him as if you see him as a winger,
Lindstrom's
a mess naked. And injury issues with Lindstrom, who's a huge scoring winger that is almost a goal a game, but only played 30-some games, if I'm correct. And then Hatton, it's like if you view him as a winger or a center, that changes everything because he's not big, but he had over 50 goals, over 110 points. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Was it Spokane he played?
There's
one of the US teams.
And different types of D.
There's a lot of different types of
hulking defensive defensemen. There's high scoring, goal scoring defensemen.
Good at everything defenseman. Yeah.
And then there's one young man whose dad has a banner hanging at the Saddle Dome. There's only one of those
who scores with ease.
Only one. And what a tournament he had at the U18s.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
It'll be fun.
What are you grimming? What's the face?
I'm grim. The
WTF.
The face is, again, we're so Calgary centric. Is the rest like are Craig Reve and Andrew Peters, who do a show down here, drooling over Tige?
Where do they
pick?
Right around us, don't they? I don't know.
I mean, yes.
Find out.
Somewhere between, what is it? They'd be 5, 6, 7. Seattle's 8, somewhere in there. And at that point, look.
That's my point, though, you guys.
Of course. Yeah. And so they may be. Like my whole point has been that 2 to 10, you might have 8 different lists entirely.
So I'm not calling you up. So what is it you're saying is that they're, what are you saying?
He's saying we're keyholed on again, like, because his dad played here.
And okay.
I think the fan base, there's a certain extent of that, but he belongs, if he goes 8, 9, 10, he belongs there. That won't be surprising. This is Stephen Ellis's latest list updated this morning, post U18s. He has Iginla at 11. And Silayev or Siliev, I don't know how to say it, is the 6'7" defenseman at 10. He's number 2 on some boards.
Yeah, he's 2, 3 on some.
He's the top international skater by NHL Central Scouting. So that just shows you the variance you're going to see after Celebrini right through the Flames selection.
And I believe on Bob's list, Yzerman, who there is at 5, he's tumbled at least 5 or 6.
13 or something like that. Yeah. And Tige is 10 on Bob's board, 11 on Stevens that we just showed you. And I think a lot of the lists you'll see aren't as fresh as Bob's and Stevens, and you'll see Iginla in the teens, Rhett. But the playoffs he had for Kelowna, on top of the U18 performance, I just don't think he's going to get past 10 in this draft amongst NHL teams because there's just a lot of lists that are reflective of how he looked before the last third of the season, where he continued to improve.
That said, have you seen one with him higher than 9?
Saw 6 at Elite Prospects is the highest. And Ryan Pike had noted that to me yesterday. I said, I haven't seen him still above 10. He said, no, EP has him at 6. And it's like, wow, okay. But again, you have to want a scoring winger. He's not a defenseman. And so where he's ranked versus what teams' needs are is also a little different, right?
You were a defenseman. I look forward because there are a lot of D that are going to be available. I know you're going to be cracking to get in on the top 10, top 15 players, so many of them D. I do look forward over the next month and a half to get your analysis. All kinds of tape available on these players. A lot of them, some in the Western League. One, Michigan State is the one player. London
college kids, Russia,
very available video and footage, and especially with the Flames having a couple of first-round picks and one as high or as low as 9 potentially in that top 10 pick. Who better than you to really weigh in on whether Tige is a guy or whether there's if these defensemen fall to you?
Just give me a moment.
Regardless of whose dad anybody is, you might have a top 5 valued defenseman available at 9 because of the uncertainty here.
Yeah, and I'm looking at another list here, and I believe this is Corey Pronman has Carter Yakimchuk, the Hitman defenseman,
right
in the top 3. And like, that's just how nuts this is in terms of what do you like and what are you looking for? He would be this consensus 6th defenseman. But he's ranked second defenseman off the board by him.
And this isn't a shot against Promen. It's just because you brought it up. You're going to find every year there's going to be one or two lists, I think, that do say, well, this guy was ranked 10. This person has it at 2. They'll just to kind of create waves to maybe draw attention to themselves. But it's so, at this point, like you say, Central Scouting, Bob, all of these other ones,
It's all
there is so much variation. It's not clickbait. It seems like and the thing with Bob's is, this is very nerdy. I mean, he talks to 10 scouts, right?
Yes.
So there's more than 10 teams, but that's right. He's taking a sample size and then extrapolating it over,
Bob's does a good job of finding the temperature within NHL organizations, right? Because there's lots of people that go and measure prospects that aren't employed by NHL teams. It's the NHL teams that go up to the podium and make the picks. So Bob's does have a very, very, there's an authority about it. It's a real credible list.
Riley McAllister?
Why that?
Tell us more, Rhett.
He's known for speed, skill, and hockey IQ, making him a potential future star for the Flames. Scoring ability and playmaking skills could make him a value addition.
Is this AI again?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't see him in my top 40 here. Like I was saying, this is the 7-fingered AI.
Well, it did give me a breakdown of predicting who the Flames might draft is very difficult when it comes to drafting. Blah, blah, blah. And then I said, just for fun. Can you?
Yeah, for funsies.
Yeah. Riley McDowell. Oh.
Well,
I guess I didn't say first round. I'm going to hang on.
Yeah, throw that in there.
You guys carry on.
Okay, thanks. Ryan, back to you.
Yeah, and finally, if you are curious about the draft ranking stuff, there is a consolidated list of about 15 to 20 lists that Elite Prospects puts up. That's really good if you are a fan of that website. That's a good place to sort of see all this variance and try to sift through it.
And you know what? Here's the thing, too. If you're excited about it, don't feel bad. Because down the stretch, there's playoffs being played and Flames aren't in it and Flames fans don't get. So this is your playoff. This is where your pulse gets to race a little bit with a draft lottery, and then when you have 2 first rounds, when the draft comes, it is an exciting time. So once the season and it's all disappointing and this player wasn't very good and we got a lot, this is now how you can start feeling good again about it.
Why would teams rebuild anyway? Oh, to get good young players.
To get good young players. Have fun. Oh, stand by.
Just for fun. If the Flames, let's imagine a pick at number 10 for the first round. The Flames select a dynamic defenseman.
Oh.
Owen Campbell?
No.
AI, you're hammered.
Owen Campbell.
Netflix. No.
This AI is the shits.
Yeah, that's what I tried to say earlier.
We'll see in 10 years. Maybe AI knows, huh?
Maybe.
Huh?
Yeah, and all your buddies scouting will be out of jobs because guys we never heard.
Riley and Owen, like if the Flames pick those guys in the first round, that's the
the good thing is too, right? Is you don't forget stuff. Like we're not in conversation. You think of something that you want to say, and then 9 seconds later, it's totally slipped your mind. It's like a vault. You're going to remember in 10, 20 years down the road.
Vault.
Yeah. May 7th. I told you guys. Riley McGillicuddy. A lock at 9.
Caden Terwilliger. I told you, boys. Oliver Shillington took to social media yesterday and spoke about the issues he's dealt with. And I imagine this is in the wake of the Masterton nomination. Firstly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to you, my fans, my family, my friends for being with me throughout my journey. Over the last 2 years, I've begun the journey of dismantling trauma from my past that has been present since my childhood. Trauma that I myself didn't know was there because I did not have the tools to face them. I'm thankful for the trust given to me by you, my fans, you, my family, you, my friends, my team, and the whole Calgary Flames organization to go on this journey and knowing I will come back better for it. Lastly, if there's anyone out there struggling with mental health, this message is for you. I urge you to seek help and to work through it. In doing this, you will hopefully, just like me, find peace and be able to get back to things you cherish in life. For me, that is hockey. I'm back. Signed, Oliver Shillington. Love it. Yes.
Stop the hammering.
Oh, sorry. That was the wrong one.
That's the wrong clip.
I meant to hang on. Damn it. That's what it was supposed to be.
Close, Dean.
Oh, shit.
Take that into the shop.
Oh, damn it. Anyway, sorry.
Let's get
every
to
time
the
you
action.
change the because there's pages and you
It's
switch
the
to the
pages,
page.
yeah.
So on page 1, it's this.
Right.
Okay.
Uplifting is that followed up with
And then
this.
page 2
Stop the hammering.
is that one. And then page 3 is
Oh my God!
it's the same button, but it's for different
I
things.
love that one. Can you give me page 3 again? Oh my God!
Yeah.
Thank you, Dean.
Holy shit!
Another delivery?
Rob Ray is here cutting my lawn.
Prove it.
Well, I can't see him, but I see his truck.
Rob Ray coming to mow lawns. Jesus, this guy is the mayor, isn't he?
Look
Yeah.
at this guy.
Oh my
So
God.
he's got a trailer. Does he do so?
Oh, he owns a bunch of properties. He's too
Yeah.
cheap to pay to have someone.
Yeah.
So he does it himself.
Yeah. What? How warm is it out there? Is he tarps off for the lawn
it's
mowing or no?
mint out today. 72. Perfect.
Yeah. What does that
Don't know
mean?
what that
Oh,
is.
there he is.
His big UP per body.
Tarp off. Yeah, there he is. One of us, just a normal civilian doing his lawn. He sees you now too, doesn't he?
And there's the thing. Yeah.
He
Perfect.
gave him the bird. Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh.
good stuff.
That was AI generated.
Yeah, there it is. Is he really doing your lawn? That's the question.
So the shoveler's not a mower. That's what someone in the comments just noted.
No,
Interesting.
she
Okay.
pays for it. I don't know
Mm.
how she pays for it.
Okay.
She doesn't do the
Results from last night before this gets off the rails. Let's go to Boston, Florida. Holy shit. 5-1, Dean. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're happy with that, eh?
It's been a while.
Look at him go. I mean, look at this guy.
Yeah. Does he have the hero song now? Because that would feel a bit appropriate.
He's got the Steel whippersnipper or a Husqvarna on the go there.
Hero.
Yeah,
You
is
guys
just
keep going.
calling in.
There's no sense looking at me when you can see this guy working.
No, I know.
Sway Dog has been excellent for the Bruins. We know that. Here's the data agreeing. There's your goals saved above expected. So he's stopped 12 more goals than the chances would suggest should have gone in. Holy crap.
Oh, the next guy's at what?
3.9. That's a
Oh.
significant edge. That's a good 8+ goals better. And then there it is. Consecutive starts, 2 goals or less. 7. He lost one of those.
Wait, now.
2 of
Stop.
those.
Not more importantly, who is this Clint Benedict character?
How'd you like to be dead?
Montreal Maroons, 1928.
Wow.
Clint remembers you. I don't know what the problem is here.
Mhm.
Huh.
Old Clinton.
Old Chuck Gardner too.
Old Jake Plant.
And then another Flames netminder that was better elsewhere, Jean-Sebastien Giguère in there.
Right.
Did
Yeah.
excel. Once
Yeah.
again. Sunshine. See what I'm telling you guys? You need more sun.
Vitamin D.
It's all that
also-
glorious sn.
Mm.
Down in
Tonight,
FL.
what are we looking at, Jack? Let's get her moving here. What's on the slate? 2 games. Love to see it. Back to Broadway we go. Canes looking to steal home ice. Rangers looking for that commanding 2-0 lead, going to her rally. And it's Colorado Dallas dropping the puck in.
Colorado is
Big
must watch TV.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
And they might not beat Dallas, but they'll be entertaining, win or lose.
Still
No doubt.
must watch.
Yeah, 100% that. So we'll see those series get underway.
Wait, can I ask Jack a question before you go? Because
Tonight.
it's very sportsy right now. Jack, what's going on with your basketball team?
Which basketball
Pittsburgh
team?
doesn't have a basketball team.
Well, I thought you were a big Nugs fan.
Oh no, yeah, they're getting destroyed.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
I thought
You got some
so,
basketball.
down
so
like
you do
30.
understand the question?
yeah. Well, I'm not really a Nuggets fan. I just like Jokic, but
You
yeah,
said-
they're getting dominated.
How many games now?
2-0.
Got to bounce back.
They're not going to bounce back.
Boys, you know who did bounce back? I don't know that we saw it coming. Travis Green just got a 4-year deal to be the head coach of the Ottawa Senators. Oh my God, please, Boom, because
No.
oh my God!
What is Steos doing?
Well, I mean, I literally asked this to a few people that work in the league, and no one was like, "Yeah, this is a good move." They're all like, Yeah, I don't get it. Where's the leverage for 4 years? First off, well, I guess secondly, first off, is Travis Green the best available coach out there? I don't know that anyone would say yes.
Well, I did read, because of course you're talking about Stevie Staios, who I think is well regarded around hockey circles.
That's his first GM job. We'll see.
Yeah. He how do you spell Staios? He here's what he had to say. After speaking with several highly qualified candidates, it became clear that Travis is the right fit to lead our group. As we've routinely stated, developing a winning culture is paramount to our aspiration of achieving sustained success. Travis has a burning desire to win. He's passionate about teaching and holds his players to a very high standard. We're excited to welcome he and his family to the Ottawa-Gatineau community.
Yeah, and that passion for winning has him with a mark of 141, 159, and 35, well below real 500 and faux NHL 500.
Everyone can change and get better at stuff. It was clear from day one he was rubbing players the wrong way in Vancouver.
Yeah, fourth line for Pettersson.
It's
a bit maybe like, and as you said, like this could be a great hire, but it just doesn't feel like from the outside looking in, this is anywhere near a top candidate for
and the pedigree that's out there. Yeah, who doesn't want to go coach Ottawa right now with the new owner and the players?
He was just the interim in New Jersey. What do they think of him?
Not good enough to keep. Do they have a bunch of young kids that he could mold?
Do they like winning? As much as Travis Green does.
Is that why it's 4 years, do you presume? Might that be?
Why? Sorry?
I don't know.
Competition with Jersey?
I mean, because you don't know how to negotiate well? Like, what was his next best option? Was someone offered him 3 years elsewhere?
Yeah,
was your season going to derail because he stayed in Jersey for? If he even got an offer in Jersey?
Like Craig Berube's out there.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If maybe it was
Collins
like,
out there.
I could stay in New Jersey.
So stay.
If you sweetened the pot there with an extra year.
Lindy's hired. Like, if the order was the opposite, maybe. But there's no threat to go to New Jersey when they've hired his replacement.
And it might be a great hire, but there has to be a regard for what he's accomplished. He was supposed to be a superstar up-and-comer kind of coach, right?
Yes,
like,
he was a sexy
Utica
coach at HL
in the NHL. He came into the NHL and he failed.
Yeah, and it was Portland before that, right? He had a really good program in the Western League, but he has not done it at the NHL level, to your point.
Now, New Jersey, Lindy Ruff went to Buffalo. New Jersey is still looking for a coach, correct?
Thank you. Yes, it was Ruff that got hired.
Because that's what it is.
Thank you. Yeah,
Green took over.
But that's part of the point, isn't it?
If you made me list the top 5 coaches that are available that could come in, he's not on that list, but I'm also not an NHL GM. It's a little surprising from this perspective, or a lot surprising.
Maybe they're paying him $45,000 a year.
Doesn't matter.
Still too long. It's term that kills you. It's not dollar.
Term. It's not term or money. It's who. Like you've not done well in Ottawa for a long time. You've got a new coach or a new GM. You've got a new owner who's got lots of dough and wants to make good things out of this.
Make waves.
You've built up a stable of
good young players,
underperforming but really good young players.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you go take a chance? Why don't you go after the best?
Yeah, this is a less sure quantity than a lot of other coaches.
This is a big maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
this guy bag skated the guys in Vancouver day one of training camp till they were fucking mad at him, didn't want to play for him.
Yeah, that group didn't like him.
And maybe you learn.
Right, JT Miller wanted to quit hockey.
Yeah. Elias Pettersson, you're my 4th line center. Go get him.
I'm sorry. I played against Green. I know him. I don't have no issues with but I don't get it. Not with what else is out there.
I wonder if the owner is there something there, oh, this is our guy. Yeah, let's.
I'm just thinking of where he's coached. I don't know that I see the tie-in. It was Portland, Vancouver's affiliate, Vancouver. And then
I know it's the Pinder Report, but Rhett, can we get a Rob Ray update? Is there a?
Oh, the shovelers out there doing. Wait a minute.
Oh my God! Wasn't the only coach in the news in the last 24 hours, friends. St. Louis Blues.
Oh,
2 years.
Drew Bannister.
So Green,
2
they
years.
should give one of those years to big old Drew there.
2 for a guy that
Really
got his
good.
hand on the wheel for the last half of the year. 2.
2.
Didn't have that
30,
leverage. That
19 and 5 after taking over for Berube.
pardon me, what was that?
30, 19 and 5.
That's quite good. That's
After
a
the
lot better
Berube
than Travis
firing in
Green's
mid-December.
record in the NHL.
Yeah.
Huh. Hart finalists announced. No surprises here. We did wonder who would be left out because there were 4 monster seasons. And it is indeed Austin Matthews and his 69 goals. As nice as they were, not as good as the seasons that Kucherov, McKinnon, or McDavid had, according to the voters, which I believe is the Professional Hockey Writers Association.
Hard to debate.
It's a hell of a year to have 4 seasons like you had.
Yeah.
And that's a good class. Wow. Team Canada's made some moves. Yesterday, it looked like Macklin Celebrini as well as Adam Fantilli were heading over to Europe. They're heading back now because when you have a chance to get Pierre-Luc Dubois into a locker room where the wins matter, Nick Paul and Brendan Hagel of the Lightning also.
Celebrini Canadian?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
He plays for Team Canada.
Hey, Ryan, what's that karaoke song that you sing all the time?
Chantilly Lace?
Oh, yeah, that was Fantilli. I couldn't remember.
A Fantilli Lace. And a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down, wiggle a little walk, kick a little talk, make the world go round, round, round. You know how it is. There ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny, make me spend my money. Make me act real loose like a long-necked goose saying, oh, baby, that's the one I like.
I can't wait till AI does your singing.
Thatcher Demko is going to be gone for a while, fellas. It's a Frank bomb from earlier today. It is indeed. At least through round 4. Game 4 of round 2.
Oh, okay.
Skating, progressing. Earliest possible return is game 5. That would be in Vancouver, I believe, on a Thursday. And then the game 6 is a Saturday in Edmonton. Big night in the cultural capital a couple weeks away. We'll see. If the Canucks want to keep things close through the first 4 games, I'd sing a little karaoke for you.
Or you know what? Hey, Seelovs just plays so well that it's a non-factor.
Yeah, no rush. So good.
Just play great.
Western League, Rhett. Here we go. Portland's through. That's what we know. 4-2 win over the Prince George Cougars. And Moose Jaw and Saskatoon, we showed you the 6 games. 5 of them have gone to overtime tonight.
Have you watched Portlandia?
No, is it good?
I've tried. I've heard it's very good, but I've tried. It's very it's different.
Very hipster.
It's very different. Yeah.
You're a little bit specific on what you like to watch, I think. It's
not at all
or comedies.
No, because it's
watch Game of Thrones. One of the biggest movie shows of all time.
Okay, so you're right. I not watched Game of Thrones. It's not that I'm against it. It's just there's some. Have you seen every HBO successful series?
Damn right I have. I wouldn't miss it.
It's Buddy from SNL. I've heard it's funny, and I've watched a bit of the first. It's like, oh, it's gonna take a while, and I just never stuck with it. Just asking. Didn't look.
You tried that? I think you should leave now. The Tim Robinson. You didn't like that either.
Different. Yeah, I know a lot of people like it. I've watched
He doesn't
some of
like Meatloaf, and he doesn't like Different. Leave him alone, Pinder.
Pork and broccoli, and not the best.
Well, how about this? Watch some Portlandia, and then we can reconvene.
Very busy.
I actually don't think I have that station.
Yeah, where's that streaming?
Station.
Turn off your station. Let's go to the NFL.
2011?
That's a while old now, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan. Pinder Report.
Back to you, Ryan.
NFL. Kirk Cousins was in Minnesota and said, you know what? They're going to draft a young quarterback. I am out of here. Dean, what happened after that? Yeah.
What?
He went to Atlanta and they drafted a
and then
quarterback.
they decided to draft a young quarterback. Yeah,
in the top 10.
no one respects Kurt.
It's made a lot of money. I respect that.
It was JJ McCarthy, right? Minnesota. Look at that, man.
Oh,
Wow. That's, you know what? That's not a cheap mower, Retro.
I mean, he's probably amortized that thing over 5-7
He's not
years.
messing around.
Weighing that against the cost of a landscaper, it's a no-brainer for Rob. He's doing the math.
Oh, he's happy. That's good living right there. Let's be honest. Look at him.
You got to tell him to get a hat on. You don't want to get burnt there.
Yeah, that big head of his.
Seriously.
Get sunstroke.
You can eat punches. I don't know how much
Shoveler's taking him some lemonade.
Oh, baby. More jokes that will
going great.
You know what I need is water balloons.
Or a water, like a super soaker. You hose them from.
Do you have eggs? You got some eggs in the kitchen.
He's doing me a favor. I don't want to be.
That's true. Wait till he's done. Then fire him out.
Ben Simmons is an NBA player, kind of.
Hell of a player.
He played 165 minutes all year in 2024. That is less than the amount of time he spent at the Met Gala last night at the red carpet. Who makes these?
Well, when you have disdain, and I'm sure this is somebody who has some severe disdain for Ben Simmons.
Like Barstool Philly or something like that.
Yeah.
I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. If you're in Buffalo, not if you're the Whitecaps visiting Calgary. Got to toughen up because the Cavs carved out of wood tonight. It's not going to be sunny and pretty. No, just the way we like it. You're going to play in some slop and wind and cold. As it's the MLS Whitecaps in Calgary to take on Cavalry FC. I was texting, that's Charlie Trafford in the picture, his cousin Mason. Mason said, oh, yeah, great timing for the coldest day, the coldest May 7th in 130 years in Calgary.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Back to the Ben Simmons.
Yes.
$37,893,408 this year.
This year.
So basically 3.5 years of McDavid's salary. Pretty good.
165 minutes. Oh,
yeah. His hourly rate would be pretty tidy. It's at 3 hours for 30. He's basically like 13 million an hour.
It's like, do I make more if I play more? No.
Same.
I'm good.
Wow. Major League Baseball. What do we got? Well, we got your son, Dean. There's Rowdy Tellez at first.
Yes.
And there's Daniel Vogelbach, a now Toronto Blue Jay. Vogelbach, 6'270", dwarfed by your son, your adult child, Rowdy Tellez, and the Brew Crew.
Why are you fat shaming, Ryan?
Literally says this is what peak athleticism looks like.
Yeah, I know, but
it's the hardest thing to do in the world is hit a baseball.
It's not like this is a breaking news story. It's not like this is timely. I feel like this
is wonderful.
Do you remember Vogelbach as a pirate, Jack?
Vogelbach?
No, but Tellez is on the fucking Pirates now, and he can't hit shit.
Why do the Pirates and Jays play? Road trip. We're going to Pittsburgh with Jack.
I'm in. Jack, you go to Pittsburgh? Let's go.
Nah, I can't hit shit.
It's a great ballpark, though.
Yeah, here it is.
One of the best.
Yeah. Awesome ballpark.
Speaking of one of the best, let's see if our boy can avoid back-to-back losses. Haven't seen it yet. Here's Tim Nackey.
Got a hat on.
5 going to blackjack. I'm betting 10 cents for every Instagram follower I've got there. A 1.2 million of you in here now. So $120,000 bet coming right up. Alrighty, on day 85, for the 1.2 million of you in here, we have a $120,000 bet going on the line. Again, we will avoid the side bets. Opponent picked, we're taking on Private Puberty today. We hope he's good to us on the cards today. 5 is disgusting, go 6, 7, 12, plays in 8. Oh, the this is god fucking awful. Oh, the 12. The 12 could absolutely decimate us here. Not a single 10 picture on the table we hit. And pray to the punting gods go low. He's got 8, probably 10 under there. Needs 7, 8, 9! No! Oh, no! He was running a 15. A stand may have been good enough, but it is not today. Oh, an absolute anal annihilation. But I will see you all tomorrow when we will be bidding even more.
2 in a row. And the double down yesterday. That's 300 and yeah.
It's like 3.5.
It's a third of a million that just evaporated.
Let's call him. Let's get in his ear hole.
Timmy,
straighten him out or pump him up. Like, I'm not sure which way to go with it, but we got to offer some sort of support.
Now, given the run that he's on, there had been a bit of a drumbeat to have Tim part of the draft lottery thing that you're doing.
Yeah, we'd reached out. He's in NZ, so unable.
Well, it's a big world. What does that mean? I mean, there's no internet. There's no cell service.
I was like,
Wi-Fi.
oh, we could shoot you a link, and it was like, It's tomorrow morning there when the draft lottery's going.
Kind of with Tim, I don't think I'd want to do it.
I don't know that
Pinder and
now's the
Pike,
time. If he was on a heater, we'd make it work. But right now,
that's what I'm saying.
Bit of a cooler.
Maybe.
Bit of a cooler.
Maybe he needs to come on.
Speaking of tough runs, let's check out this roller coaster somewhere not in North America. It looks a little crazy to begin with, fellas, but notice the weather system that's ongoing here. It doesn't feel like a safe time to be on something metal high off the ground.
Maybe a vest, though. Maybe not.
But who's to say? Oh, there we are. There's a lightning strike, and
The tires blue.
Is it the tires red or
AI?
I don't know. It's AI. Yeah. Don't know if this is real or not, but that wouldn't be fun. AI or real, dude?
AI. Let's do that.
Okay. Then you don't have to have that nightmare.
Then
tonight.
no one was hurt. Yeah.
Someone installed an airbag in a couch because that's funny.
Oh, yes, it is. Except you broke your neck.
Yeah, everyone's like, that was hilarious, and he's just like, call 911. I think I broke my neck.
Like,
oh shoot, we had a ha-ha there.
Be some whiplash there too.
Yeah. We've got hair written down here. Hair. So there's the, oh boy.
Oh, dude.
Is that an upside down golf visor? No, that's a toupee, Dean. That's tough. Hope that's your sister. That's a tough one.
He's a dirty liar.
How could you look that man in the face and think he was telling you the truth?
Of lying to everybody.
Every moment of the day.
How could you ever trust that person?
He might tell the truth when he's alone in bed. That's the only time he's not lying.
Yeah. Just full of shit.
Dirty liar.
Dirty liar.
Walked around with his cat on his head. Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on. Lying to us.
Fellas.
Time for some ladder fails, boys. Let's get back at it. It's been a while. It's Rob Ray coming over to Rets to help out. Oh, but don't worry.
Some time to evaluate that.
Makeshift scaffolding. Does he hit that metal container on the way down? Listen for the ding here.
There's a ding.
There's a ding. I hope it's not his head.
I think if that ding was his head, there'd be no.
There wouldn't be That's a good call. Thank you, Rhett. New sport in Germany I want you guys to get into. I think you're going to like it. You heard of slam ball. That's kind of like football meets basketball. Welcome to American ice football. This again, it is in Germany. We do need the commentating. Let's back it up. So expect a lot of German where they do like American football and they're beginning to like hockey.
Über den Lauf. Es geht über. Da ist er. Es geht über Ailton. Kleines Ding ist Ailton mit dem Touchdown für nach Vegas. Aber Stefe, sehr, sehr schöne Lauftechnik da. Das soll er sich sparen. Das ist arrogant. Das ist Taunting. Das wird in der NFL den Panzer. Oh, da ist schon kräftig gedrückt und geschoben worden. Und Scharnbacher kommt nicht auf die Füße. So, ein Pass nach vorne.
Get rid of it.
Weiter geht's.
Und
er bleibt auf den Beinen. Scharnbacher, der Quarterback, bleibt auf den Beinen. So, und da er hier nicht als Quarterback fungiert,
You gotta be kidding me.
ist das meiner Meinung nach korrekt eigentlich in der
Yeah, just put on a clinic like Barry Sanders there, slipping through tackles.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I actually like the announcing in German. I don't want to hear English. I'm not arrogant. I'm not cocky. Okay.
Did you ever play broom ball?
Feels like a phys ed class once, right?
Yeah, I played Frontier.
Yeah, broom ball was a big thing at one point in time.
You know what it is now? That floor ball is taking over. Scandinavian hit.
Is it?
All the kids have those floor ball sticks.
Because it was on ice, right? You'd wear the special weird kind of
It's still a big thing, Dean. You should get into it.
thing.
I know,
Is it still a big thing?
I know you're into trying different stuff, but
I'm into it, yeah.
If you like trying new stuff, Rhett's Boat, we finally got it launched. Great news. And check out this new toy that you can, I don't know if it suspends behind it or what's going on. Let's have a watch.
Hey, seriously, is this safe?
50-50.
50-50, what, like 50% we live, 50% we die?
50-50. Whoa, what the?
Well, I mean, he might be alive.
What's the upside?
He made the Pinder Report.
Congrats.
I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else. I really don't know that it was worth it.
Yeah.
Now, Rhett's showing off the gorgeous weather in Buffalo. Rob Ray, tarps off, doing his lawn, 72 degrees, whatever that is. Golf courses are open. So Rhett goes to the half shack after 9, gets a couple frosty ones, maybe a hot dog, comes back to his bag. Look at this. Come on. He's having a great day. Hell am I going to do now? So, Dean, what are we looking at here?
My wallet's in there.
It was, yeah.
You said you were buying around. Well, I would buy around, but I've got a bunch of bees on my bag. You've had bees in your bag, right? What do you do?
What do you do with bees in your bag?
Shower and shave. Or shampoo.
Shampoo and shave, yeah.
Okay.
You need that dude from the ballpark or whatever it was. Get him.
You ever
out
had?
there.
Is it
Yeah,
piss
the Hoover.
ants?
The which?
Piss
Piss
ants.
ants. Like they're literally called piss ants. I
Tell my
came
kid
out
that
of
every once in a while.
sounds a bit corny. I came out of a gym and my truck was covered in them. Couldn't get
No.
in the, yeah.
Really?
Not
Disgusting.
ideal.
Not ideal at all.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to
Because
deal with it.
If you could get in, you'd just go to the car wash, but you couldn't get in to drive.
Couldn't get in
In park.
Get in.
because of the piss ants.
Couldn't
Well,
get in
you-
because of the piss ants.
You love all those lollipops that you must be having there. You love sweets, eh? Because they're drawn to your lollipops, maybe.
Must have been something on the.
Yeah. Delicious.
Sweet. Finally, someone was filming in the backyard, but they were sure was a toy snake. Here we go. Yeah, having fun with the snake.
Oh, is that a snake?
Yeah, we stop recording then, and we get. When did we buy a toy? Oh my God, that's a real snake!
Is that a
That kid's,
snake?
that kid's
Is that
fearless.
a snake?
That is young Steve Irwin right there, probably. Eh?
What?
Good job,
in the-
Dad.
Dad, stop filming. Get your ass in there. That's a bleeping snake.
Is that a snake? Wow.
This kid is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This kid is unbelievable.
He's like young Teej, just impressing everyone.
Rocketing up the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your Pinder Report today, Dean. Hope you
Village
enjoyed it.
Honda, huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, all budgets. You go, so when you're on the lot at Village Honda, it's, well, I was kind of looking more for something like blank. Oh, well, really? Well, let me tell you about blank, because we're part of our dealership group, and we have access to more than 500 vehicles inside. I guarantee you, we're going to find a blank or two here for you that's going to be right up your alley. It's why Village Honda is your one-stop automotive destination in Calgary, located in the Northwest Auto Mall. VillageHonda.com. Will Mr. Village Honda be out in the wet tonight?
Yes.
Wearing a few layers.
Whole
Get some
crew.
layers on.
The two young men, the better half, they'll be there.
For sure they will.
Supporting the red and green and white.
What about you?
I am taking one of my children, the one that is shorts guy that doesn't believe that he feels cold.
Gotcha.
It's reckoning.
Yeah. See how that works. I mean, if he does get through the evening and he's still good, it's over.
Oh yeah, I've lost him like that dude in Winnipeg that wore shorts for 13 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be all over. Well, what's the expectation?
For weather or result?
Result.
Whitecaps are very strong. It would be a massive upset if the Cavs were to beat them. A draw would feel like a win, and you're getting to watch, one of the best MLS sides here in Calgary. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, isn't it? You going, Rep?
On your way to Saskatoon?
Lacrosse.
Right.
Boxer Field? Lacrosse.
Cal Tire. Whether you're an owner-operator or have a small fleet of trucks, Cal Pro Plus, it's the new dedicated tire program just for you. It is free, providing access to exclusive deals and savings. There's a price match guarantee, flexible financing options, preferred pricing on everything you drive, including your own family's vehicles. Dedicated member support is on hand to answer questions, recommend and source the best tires for your application and your budget. Basically, everything you need as far as tires for your vehicles right across the board. It's Cal Tire with Cal Pro Plus. 260 plus stores there to help. All you need to do is just focus on the road ahead and the job at hand. Sign up for free, calproplus.com, K-A-L Pro Plus, Plus.com. Don't use the plus sign.
It's not going to work as well.
Not going to work for you. But if you go KALPROPLUS.com, it's going to get you there. Yeah, the dedicated member support, preferred pricing, one free flat tire repair per year, members only deals on certain brands, Bridgestone, Firestone, flexible financing options, casing credits, bringing your old tires to make money for new ones. Cal Tire, there's no other place to go.
Do it.
Cal Tire. Let's do it. So a pair of games tonight. And you said, Warner, Colorado is must watch.
It sure is, Dean.
So between your lacrosse, which you've established you have on the go tonight, are you going to have enough time to set aside for this must watch Colorado Avalanche team?
Well, I got the time change works in my favor in this instance.
I gotcha. Yeah.
7:30 puck drop mountain means 9:30 Buffalo time.
Be on the couch, bowl of corn maybe.
Passed out by the second intermission.
It's hard to stay up the whole way, but I'll be watching the Colorado game and listening to Les Lazaruk call a big W for the Saskatoon Blades. Game 7. Come on, boys. Come on.
It's going to be a late one, too, because it's going to go to overtime, of course.
That's in Saskatoon?
Oh,
yeah, top seeds.
People.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one seed out east, right?
Remember those days, Retro? Playoffs,
It's been
warm weather.
Since 1990 when we were there. They haven't been to the final.
Is that right? Yeah.
WHL final. No, that's a long time.
Yeah. It's a long time. Well, good luck, Blades. Now,
our boy
we are an internet show. Nothing against Moose Jaw. There's probably some very nice young men that play in Moose Jaw.
Okay.
I'm sure they're on their coaching staff are a lot of good guys, trainers, therapists,
equipment guys.
What are you getting at?
I'm just, we're just kind of, hey, let's go Saskatoon.
I played for the Blades. I'm sorry.
Is that
I have a hard time cheering for Moose.
Okay.
Yeah, my father and uncles played for the Blades. There's
right.
all kinds of ties to the Blades here.
Dustin Boyd, Blair Jones, former Moose Jaw Warriors.
No one cares about Moose Jaw. You continue to try and tout the Moose Jaw angle, and
they changed their logo.
No one cares.
No?
I don't like this new logo either.
Roman Vopat, Curtis Brown, your buddy Browning.
Yeah, you're losing me.
Yeah, Dean, it's going the opposite of the way you want it to work.
MRU, what a great place to play hockey. The Cougars, and what a program. What the hell are you talking about?
What do you want to?
Well, that's just no one has
just
ties
trying
to Moose Jaw.
Listen, I just don't want to see our numbers plummet in Moose Jaw. We've got a lot of
have internet in Moose Jaw. It's yet to get in.
Nice.
We've got a lot of downloads coming out of Moose Jaw.
I have found a tie to the Moose Jaw.
Okay,
team.
let's have it.
Believe Scott King is the son of Dave. Dave, we had on the show last summer. Beauty, Dave King.
That is
A bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Assistant coach. Good luck to Scott,
No,
but mostly the Blades.
no luck to Scott. Scott's
So drop a really nice play in a timeout.
Enjoy the offseason, Scott. I'm sorry.
Up to Waskasiu, Scott.
What are our ties to the Blades? If we were looking at that, if you were to call up the roster right now and look at the coaches,
Oh,
and
we
the
just
players.
said, Wasey is on the.
Tried to
coaching
buy
staff.
the team. That's how much passion I have for it.
Right.
So I mean, there's that.
Only had as much passion as he.
So
money
much
as he had
passion.
If I had more money to go with the passion,
Yeah, if you could combine those two, you really could have had the team.
look out.
Yeah, man, it's we appreciate Mr. Warner. We can see the passion. The bid is substantially less than the other bids that we have on the table right now.
Right.
But I played for the team. Duh.
Went to the frickin' finals. Miracle shit his pants. Let in 8.
Oh,
on, man.
Normie. Damn. When's the last? Well, because
Braden Klimke, defenseman.
Yes,
Calgary boy.
Hey, Klemke.
Hey. Zach Olson, Calgary boy, 16-year-old season.
There you go. That boy, Zach.
Misha
Zach or Zach?
Volotovsky, Calgary.
Oh yeah, he's a former.
There you go. Brendan Sone, former Hitman, I believe. He's the head coach.
Or Brett.
Brennan.
Brett Sonny was a.
Yeah, you might be right there.
But
And
I'm
our
sure
boy
it's the
Wasey
same
is
family.
coach.
Maybe they did. Maybe they both did play.
I'm going to look right now. Yeah, he's brothers with Brett and Kurt. And he played for the Blades.
Yeah, Misha played down here in the Buffs group. Well, there you go. I guess. Sorry, Moose Jaw. I guess we're pulling for the Blades.
Settle down, Moose Jaw.
Settle down, Moose Jaw. Settle down. And Wasey. I mean, you brought up Wasey.
It's our boy.
Yeah.
Friend of the show. Huge fan of the show. Guest of the show.
So how's the barn, Rhett? Because it's older now.
Saskatoon?
Yeah.
Huge.
Oh, no, they've done a bunch. It's awesome.
Is it?
Really good.
Because they're
They'll
talking
have-
about someone was floating a downtown event center.
It would be good. Just again, it's one of those rinks that's a little out of the way. The nice thing about Saskatoon is that it's
Tiny.
talking about 20 frickin' minutes. What do we come on? Really? Now, January 15th, with a bit of a wind chill factor, getting to your car can suck.
A little different.
But it will be jam-packed. 10 to 12,000 tonight. Let's go.
Let's go.
LFG.
Not many junior barns can host that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're probably only talking NHL rinks to be bigger than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why did they build it? Because under the St. Louis Blues are going to go to Saskatoon, but was the building already built, or did they build it? Why did they build it that big?
Am I a fucking politician? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Entry.
Jeez.
Doing Betway bets
Frickin' entry.
with Betway. Create
11,173. Sorry, Dean. Wow.
Scan the QR code on the screen and redeem your bonus. Place a bet.
That's Nenshi.
No minimum
right.
amount required. If the bet loses, you'll get a refund up to $200. You then use that to bet on your favorite sports. Offer only available outside of Ontario. So close to getting the Blues too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Wild Bill. Come on.
Friggin' Netch.
If they had, they're like me. They had the passion.
So much passion.
Just missed the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 games tonight. I'm dipping a toe in each. Carolina at the Rangers. Rangers have yet to lose a game this postseason. Jack Roslovic, a point gets you plus 135. He is on the line with Kreider, and Zibanejad has a point in every game.
Nice spot to land there, eh? Holy.
Yeah. Came over at the trade deadline from Columbus.
There's a
Life's
jet.
okay if you're Jack Roslovic.
He's gone Winnipeg to Columbus to Manhattan.
So
He's
Manhattan
done well.
with Zibanejad, Kreider,
Yeah.
point per game. decent. And in the other one, Colorado at Dallas, maybe rest versus rust. Avs money line plus 105. Avs at plus money. I can't say no.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
Dallas. I think this is going to be a great series, but it's plus money for the Avs. I'm just going there. So those are my two bets tonight.
I saw that Avs money line, and the only thing I liked more than that was an Avs regulation win at plus 165. Whoa. Also, Arturi. Oh, look at plus 187 for an anytime goal. He's been an absolute heater for the Avs in round one. He and Nichushkin leading the way offensively. And of course, you know, they still have the Makars and the McKinnons and the Rantons and such. So
do they still?
They do. I don't know if they'll have a Jonathan Drouin. They don't yet have a Gabriel Landeskog, but the longer the Avs play, the scarier they'll get, safe to say.
Yeah.
Those are our Betway bets of the day.
Again, create a new account, scan the QR code on the screen, redeem your bonus, place a bet, and if it loses, you'll get a refund of up to $200. You can then use that money to bet on your favorite sports. Offer only available outside of Ontario. You know, the other thing, and maybe it doesn't impact anything, but Landeskog is still skating. That's very quiet, right?
Yeah, it doesn't feel close, but again, if it was, they'd certainly be smoke screening us in.
Yeah.
What's the latest on Drouin? Let's see what we can find here, because he was thoughtful that it was thought maybe he could go round 2, but not yet skating was last night time I checked.
It looked like they were missing pieces.
You forget how bad they were, right? For a stretch.
Well,
Ryan Smith, Corey Sarich, Jerome, those years, they were not very good. They were not very good. But they're also one of those teams where, and gosh, that Connor Blakely pick in 2014, not ideal.
Yeah.
They took Blakely at 23. Pasternak went 2 picks later. Kempe went a handful later. That was a big swing and a miss. But I was going to say, that's a team where you get McKinnon at 1. You had Landeskog at 2. They got Rantanen at 10. They got Makar at 4.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
Well, but think of the reclamation projects. Nichushkin for free. Yes. That was a hell of a move. Duran essentially for free. Low money there. They buy the bounce back on him. Like that, they make good bets. Yeah. But your point, even the best drafting, smartest teams still swing and miss on players in the first round. It is tough. Make
good bets on other guys having bounce backs when you can put them on lines with
100%. Yeah, when you can put them next to a superstar.
Yes. Oh, you like playing with Rantanen, do you? Oh.
Hey, look how much Hyman's scoring. It's like, yeah, because McDavid's banking them in off his ass all season. Yeah, good player, but 50 without McDavid, I don't know.
Yeah. Where are you there, Val? 7 goals in 5 games this postseason. Really, and he was injured too. What he missed some time in the regular season, then he came back. It was like, oh, this is just, it could be one of those things where it's like, this is our ad at the deadline. Yeah. He was out January 10th, came back on March 8th, and all he did after that, 3, 4, 5, just points everywhere.
Mid to late round is sort of what Duran's latest conversations were about his hopeful return. Late second round.
And Nichushkin, just signed there?
Yeah, I think he went to Russia. It was all for, he had the 1 or 0 goal season with Dallas, goes back to Russia for a year. I think
10th overall. Yeah, 10th overall pick of the Stars.
First year was unreal, wasn't it?
And then signed in 2019. He had 14 goals in his rookie year.
Lovely.
And then 0 in 8. Went down to the minors, came back, 9 goals in 79 games, and then 0 in 57. 0 in 57.
And they said, you know what? We might move on with your 0 goal season.
Yeah.
And the Avs said, thank you very much.
Yeah. He's been really good since then, to your point, Red. Really, really good since then. So just do that.
Yeah, go find
Conroy.
Play me with Makar. Let's see how I do.
Yeah, go get yourself a 6'4", 210-pound Russian that defends really well, is physical, and can score.
So do we know for the old draft lotto, are they doing the thing like on location? Like, are we going to see Conroy?
Yeah, I saw a photo of Connie. It had landed in Toronto. I imagine he'll be there.
Because remember when it was done virtually, and what was it, Jim Nill, and the 10 spot, the Dallas Stars. He just friggin' logged off. He's all sourpuss.
Yeah,
Detroit moves down. Stevie Y's all sour.
Yeah, they moved on a bunch.
Yeah, that's the entertainment is the teams that either don't move up, they land exactly. So I did all of this to stay exactly where I am. Great, thanks.
So I finished dead last and I picked fourth. What the hell's going on here?
Appreciate that. Yeah. Well, we look forward to that. What time, Ryan, for the hoop to do?
Yeah, we'll start our live stream ish. Pike and myself, Stephen Ellis will join to talk prospects, and then we'll be joined by Gold and Kent Wilson afterwards when we know the Flames draft slot.
Are you worried at all about how you're going to fill time? Because if I remember correctly, they start the show and then they do some picks and then they take a break and then they do more picks and then they take a break and then they come back. Because you can't air, you're not airing this.
No. I will bring in Jack on this. Jack, do you remember the runtime of the last Pike Gold Afterburner?
An hour and 45 minutes, I believe.
That is including Kerr record for all-time run length on an Afterburner. And that was like meaningless game 78. I am not worried at all.
Okay, so now the question was, can you turn on the stream and leave it on for an hour 45?
They'll be happy to talk. I'm not worried about the crew I've assembled.
So quality from pillar to post.
Maybe. Quantity, yes. Quality, maybe.
All right. There we go. Well, that's what we do best. That's what we do best.
Nonsense is what we do best.
Passion.
Gotta have passion for your work.
I have a lot of passion.
If we just can get that money added in.
Do you have any quality? Do you have enough content in there? Oh, we've got passion. We got passion. Well, tomorrow on this show, we're going to react to the Flames winning the draft lottery, a couple of big games, and game one of the Canucks and Oilers.
Oh, tomorrow night. Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Game one.
Man, it's already heated. Have you seen all this shit happening online?
Yeah.
The Boston
Oilers,
Pizza in Penticton had a Go Oilers, come watch the blue and orange here. And it's like, cancel this business. It's a boycott. This is British Columbia. Like back and forth we go. Ryan Whitney's mixing it up with Canucks fans. This is all, they didn't even drop the puck yet. This thing is insane on social.
Don't boycott a business because they're watching a hockey team.
A business that started in Edmonton and was created by an Edmontonian.
Yeah, or do whatever. But yes, I think Leon is tired of being asked about the Canucks going 4-0 against them in the regular season. It's as though that doesn't mean a lot right now. He's tired of answering those questions.
It'll mean more if they lose game one. Go ahead and do that for us, Leon.
Yeah, that would be that. So that's coming up tomorrow. So what a show. What a show it's going to be. Enjoy the lacrosse, Rhett.
Indoor or outdoor, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Ryan, enjoy your pantless child and your soccer escapade tonight.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci buckets. See you, buddies.